Hello everyone, welcome to our brand new website northernsecrets.co.uk. For anybody who was on the old website before this one, there are quite a few changes and I thought I would talk you through some of those changes, and by making this video I wanted to make that a little bit visual as well. So there are quite a few changes, like I said. First one is visually, of course, things have changed, but I think we've made the navigation quite a lot easier. So just scrolling down on the home page will give you a little bit of information of what we have done in our COVID response. There are quite a number of pages attached to this. You can click them by clicking the little icons here, but there is also, if you go to the top right hand corner in the About Us section, there is also a full section on our response and what we are doing to keep you and our partners, staff, suppliers healthy and safe during any of our tours. Beyond that, you go further down, you give a little information on Northern Secrets. Of course, you can follow us on any of our social platforms, and please do if you get the chance. This will be on our YouTube channel, and it's not quite there yet because this is the first video, so there you go. Scrolling further down, it will give you initial information. All of these things are found in the top menu. So there's a bit on the destinations, there is a bit on our tailor-made service, on all other tour types that we offer, our Book with Confidence, which we find is just very, very important so that you can very quickly tell and see how we do things, why we do it the way we do, and it just gives you a bit of a rundown on that. I'll come back to that. Also, our responsible travel section. I personally feel very, very passionate that we should do as much as we can to offset our carbon emissions, or at least do something or as much as we can in the means that we have, and I will talk about that a little bit further on down this video as well. The very bottom is very much the same on every single page, so you have a means of getting in touch with us. Just in this section here, you have some testimonials on each page. You have our partnerships. Some of them will be clickable, some of them are just for information, and you have the opportunity to sign up to more information from us. It's not a newsletter as such, it is just regular information, any updates, maybe some special offers, some new tours, new product that we are putting out there. And at the very bottom you just have a bit of a navigation help there. So moving up to the very top, and we'll just cut along these bars here. Destinations very much talks about those key destinations that we sell. Clearly that is Northern Britain as a whole, and that will then move into Northern England, Scotland and North Wales. As an example, if you clicked into Northern England, it will give you a little bit more information of the regions that we so dearly love. So there's a little bit about very generalized Northeast England, Northwest England, Cumbria, all the areas, North Yorkshire, that come into this, and it just gives you a bit of information with some images as well, a bit of Harry Potter there if you like that sort of thing. More importantly, once you click down into our tours and services, you will see 5 elements within that: tailor-made, small groups, day tours, the group travel organizer section, and destination management. Destination management is very much inbound travel, which is done by our sister company Experience North, and if you did click on that, you would get some information on Experience North, and all of these links will take you to Experience North's website. I will do another video on that at some stage. But moving from the top down, tailor-made, private services, these are very much anybody who needs or would like a bespoke or custom tour package put together by us. That can be a travel advisor for their clients, or it can be the customer consumer direct who will come to us. You will get a little bit of an overview. It tells you how it works, what we do, how we do it, how we involve you in that process, how you will gain the technology also to stay in touch on a very regular basis. That might be Zoom meetings at the moment, because those are the easiest meetings to do during COVID in particular, but also beyond that, they're a very efficient way to discuss itinerary planning, you will get an app for your mobile phone, and that will also give you quite a lot of information, and in real time you can see the changes as we run through them. You have the opportunity to have a personal concierge as you are traveling within our region, and of course if you're ending your trip in London or any other region around the UK that we may not cover as such because they're not the places that we might love most, we obviously look after you throughout the whole process of you being in and around the United Kingdom. We also work with a lot of partners, so you can just choose us to have for your northern section of the UK. Feel free to talk to us about that, and we can do as much or as little as you would like us to do while you are within the United Kingdom. These are the things that are then included in that, of course, the initial consultation, and then step by step we will add more and more to the process as you are booking. So we are there for you from the very start to the very end and beyond when it comes to your tailor-made travel arrangements. We offer a small group section. This is very much if you come as an individual, you're not too worried about the full bespoke offering and would like to take advantage of one of our pre-built tours for small groups. When I say small groups, we are looking at no more than 18 guests on any tour. A lot of the tours have even less on board. You have signature tours. So one of these signature tours, for example, is the Best of Northumbria. If you click your way onto that, you get onto the booking platform. It gives you some information, of course, as to what's included, what's excluded, what you should bring. The itinerary is included in here. Meeting points, which technically can be anywhere within the city, but the actual meeting point for this one would be Central Station in Newcastle. And then you can choose your date, how many people are traveling, and of course then take you through to the checkout process. Naturally, of course, you want to speak to us first. Absolutely not a problem. We are there to talk you through any of the options. Our active tours include walks, hikes, cycling tours. There are a lot more coming online over the next few weeks and months. Two are on there at the moment. Whiskey tours, we thought the most important first. Whiskey tours into Scotland, 3 days and 4 days, bookable online again through the same process that I just talked there before. Our small group cruises, we work with a fantastic partner up in the north of Scotland, and we work very, very much together, and we can build combination tickets of your cruise and land-based holiday, but these give you 4 of the sample cruises that you can take, and you can book these as you go through the system again. And again, feel free to speak to us if you would like any pre or post tour offerings. We can build a whole package together that will include this cruise. They're fantastic little cruises and a beautiful company up there who we work with on those. Moving forward, the private day tours, and I should stress these are all private tours, so everything that you see here is only for you and your group, or you and your family or friends, colleagues, whatever it is that you're traveling with. Some of them will be coming online very shortly. Some of them are already there and they are bookable. So again, if you click on the Book Now button, will take you through to the actual booking place, and you can check out all of the information that you may need, and of course then you can book your date that you require. Click back. This takes you through the whole of the northeast of England, right through to the northwest of England, including Liverpool, Chester, into Yorkshire, York for example, and then into Edinburgh. And of course over time we will be adding more and more to this section. If you are a group travel organizer, i.e. you have a group sitting behind you, so something like a sports club, a retirement group, a music group, choir, there are several options for you here. So this initial group travel organizer section will take you through a short process as to what we do, why we do it, and how we do it. So it talks about tailored group itineraries. I will come back to the actual itineraries in just a moment. Tells you what will actually happen when you decide to book with us or when you start your planning process with us. And again, you've got the opportunity to use the mobile app there. You have a chat function in there as well, which is during your travels, of course, means if you have anything that you wish to change, anything that you wish to ask, then you always have somebody on hand. And we really pride ourselves that prior your travels, we are there for you to really build this itinerary for you and with you, so you can be as involved as you like in that process. And secondly, of course, once you're on your travels, there's not a static, you're on your travels now and we can forget about you and your itinerary is set. If you have any questions, if anything needs to be changed, you've always got a telephone number. You've also got that chat function that you can just send a quick question to, and we can fire that answer back to you very, very quickly. It's a great little add-on and addition to what we'd normally offer you and what we offered in the past. So we're quite proud that this is the case. And the same goes for our itinerary builder, which is in here as well. It's a fully fledged itinerary builder, which you will have via app, via email, or via PDF. It includes all your vouchers in one place. You don't have to print anything out if you don't want to. Of course, feel free to do that if that is what you like. There is a ton of options there for you to embrace that technology, but also just to use it in the simplest form that you would like. And of course, we will talk you through any of that. Here again tells you what's included in all the planning processes. And of course, if you are a special interest group, then feel free to click our special interest tour ideas, which opens up this window. And that really talks you through what we might want to plan together as a special interest group tour for you. That can be railways. You can see all the links down here: music tours, industrial heritage, religious groups, horticultural tours, culinary tours, incentive groups if you're a company, for example, and you're looking for some incentives for your team members, hiking tours, art and architecture. We work with a huge amount of U3A groups that are very specialized in many ways. Sometimes it's a very generalized tour, but when it is specialized, it very often goes into the art and architecture route. We have some wildlife tours, of course, that go on, and photography tours are quite a big one as well for us. We have quite a few US and Canadian clients who are looking for the more specialized tour there. It takes us often into the Lake District or into North Yorkshire, into some of the national parks there. Fantastic tour. And of course, sports groups, which can include tickets as well, and all sorts of different ventures in that one. Just going to go back into the Group Travel Organizer section. I'm going to take you into the sample group tour itineraries. None of these are set in stone, of course, but they are bookable as they are. So when you get down here, it gives you again a little overview of what we do and how we do it. And then you have all these different tour options in here. And it's quite important to note that the prices here, they tend to include all your entrance fees, dinner, bed and breakfast at hotels. They tend to also include guide fees for either just a city tour or the full start to end. Very much depends on the tour. What it doesn't include is the coach that can be hired in if you require. If you use your own coach company, you can do that separately. You can do it yourself, or you can just tell us, hey, we work with XY coach company. Can you speak to them? And we would like also X and Y driver. And that's also not a problem. We can do all that for you, or you can do that if you want to do that separately. So we'll just start with an example. I'm just going to run through one. So if you click onto view this tour, this is the Best of Northumbria tour. It will take you into the Northumbrian tour section. Within that, you have some of the key features that are relevant to you as a GTO. It will have the itinerary here. Again, it's just a sample itinerary, but you can book it as it is here. And I'll talk you through those dates in just a second. You will have a map that will very briefly talk you through where you're going. This is a very simple one because you're staying in the same place for 6 nights, and then you can see that you're star-shaped moving out in different areas. What's included will always give you those highlights of what are included. The key benefits are similar to what's included, but they're more generalized, and it just shows you, the lowest deposit that you can pay and all these kind of things. And the dates really just talk you through what options you have. These are all for 2021 as we stand at the moment. We will be adding 2022 into this, certainly the early parts of 2022, and you'll see the from prices there. These can still vary, they can still go lower than what you see there, but generally speaking, these are the from prices, very simply because everything that we do include will be in that price. And then you can click inquire now, and straight away you will see that that opens up the email to send to us. Moving to the About Us section, this very much talks about us, obviously, as it says. I'll just very briefly run through some of the menus here. So our background talks a little bit about ourselves. Myself is here. You can just see a very odd picture. I obviously didn't do my hair that day. And it just tells you a little bit about where we come from, why we do what we do. Here tells a little bit about our team and our philosophy, some of our rewards that we have gathered over the past 10, 12 years. And our philosophy then goes a little bit more into detail as to why we really do what we do and what is important to us as we do it. And that then leads into our responsible travel section. As I said earlier, I find this very important that we do offer this and that we do it right. So we have teamed up with several partners on this, and one of those is Ecology, and Ecology offer us this opportunity to be a climate positive workforce, and this is exactly what we've done for everybody who is a staff member at Northern Secrets. These are some of the projects that we are involved in through Ecology and the Offset Earth initiative. It's very much about planting trees. We plant trees on a regular monthly basis, and with any new booking that comes in, we plant additional trees as part of that. And some of our projects are in the UK, in Glasgow or near Glasgow. Others are in Peru and Madagascar. And you can read up about some of these in this section here. And every now and then in our news posts, we will be adding more to those. Championing local is quite important to us. Of course, the idea is not that you go to a Starbucks, but that you go to one of the more local cafes or local eateries, local attractions that are based in and around the region. That goes for the hotels as well. It's not always possible. It very much depends on the size of the group. But on our more individual holidays, we try to stay quite local there as far possible, at least. Embracing technology, I said that earlier, that obviously from a customer's perspective, we like you to be able to use the technology if you would like to. You don't have to. But for us, it very much means that we are trying to limit our paper trail, that we're trying to streamline things to just make things slightly more environmentally friendly. And then, of course, there's the information there on COVID and on what we're doing to move forward from the pandemic. And I'm just going to click on here for a second so you can see what we are doing. I'm not going to go through the details, but virtually in this section here will tell you exactly what we do to keep you safe during your travels. Feel free to read it all if you like. I don't expect you to, but it's there to read and for you to assess that we are doing the right thing. Just going to click us back again. And finally, our responsibility starts at home, and that's exactly that. Within our office space in particular, we are looking to use as much recycling, use as little paper and waste, electricity, water, and all the other things that come into that. So it's quite important to us to try and do the right thing as much as possible, and I think we're on the right track in that. Book with confidence, probably one of the most important elements at this moment in time. Keeping your money safe, so any money that you transfer to us, that you pay for your holidays, whether that's the deposit or the full amount or part amounts, they all go through our Trust My Travel scheme, which means any money that comes in is protected right up until you travel and beyond that, of course, as well. So we've worked with Trust My Travel for a long time now. They're great partners. They're specialists in travel insurance and compliance with the EU package regulations, and that's exactly what we then comply with. And you can find out more information about Trust My Travel, and in particular about our level with Trust My Travel here. That's our unique membership number, and you'll be able to find out a lot more information there. Journeying in Safe Hands leads on from this and gives you a little bit of information as to what is all protected, which virtually is anything that is not a flight, and we don't offer flights, so therefore anything that comes to us is protected. Flexibility promise is again quite an important one, in particular with COVID. Basically what we're trying to do is be as flexible as possible with any booking that comes in. Feel free to read the details on that. Again, a little bit about COVID. We've kept it in quite often. Obviously, over time, it will move into different sections, but at the moment, I just want everybody to be able to find this as easily as possible. Travel Aware guidance. This is for any tours that lead outside the UK, and one or two of our tours in future will be doing that. They'll be going over to Ireland. Some of them might go to Central Europe. So we've already put that section in there, and basically just gives you a little bit of background information as you move outside the UK. Fair pricing policy is quite important. Again, we are extremely passionate that we want to give as fair pricing as possible when it comes to anything that we do. So there's no hidden charges. Of course, anything that you book will include everything that you see there as well, and we can include more if you would like so. So that means if you are wishing to have a drinks reception somewhere, these are things that we can add into the holidays that we offer. But generally speaking, everything that you see will be included. You won't have to pay for additional attractions or entrance fees, those kind of things. And also quite important, we do not charge any more than we have to for single supplements where we have to charge these. Our team, obviously the most important part of everything that we do. So it talks a little bit about myself, about Anna, who works on our group travel department. She also creates a lot of our day tours. She also works as a guide for us. I don't know what she doesn't do, actually. She's great. She really does a lot. Further down, our guides are what makes our company and really what offsets us, I think, from many others. We have some really, really passionate and fantastic people. Rod, Jill, Judith, Katie. You'll love them all if you come across them, if you are guided by them in many of the places in the north of England. Really, really fantastic people. And if you want to find out more, you can always click on this and they will give you a little bit more information about themselves, their favourite travel experiences in the north of England, and favourite places to visit as well. Travel trade advisors, so anybody who is in the travel trade, we can do as much or as little as you like together. If you're a travel advisor, then feel free to read any of this, but basically we can work with you in any shape or form if you have clients that you're looking to bring to the north of England. Same goes for any travel trade. There is a lot we can do there, obviously together with Experience North as well. FAQs, any questions that we haven't answered during booking or during any conversation, hopefully will be answered through this. So there's things like, what's the best time to visit? Well, you're in the UK, there's never a terrible time to visit. All times are great. But it gives you a little bit of information as to what to expect when you visit at certain times of the year. And of course, during the travels, what should I bring? So there's quite a lot in there, and feel free to look at that. The COVID response we've already covered. And very finally, the Contact Us page gives you several options to get in touch with us. One is obviously to ring us, to email us, to come to our offices if that's what we'd like to do, to follow us on any of our social channels, and also to just fill in a very simple form, and we always envisage to get back to you within 24 hours. Sometimes it might take 2 days, but very, very quickly to get back in touch with you. And that really is a small rundown of our new website, and I hope that's given you a little bit of information. And feel free to browse around, and if you see anything that's not quite right, then also let us know. But aside from that, that's what we really wanted to show you. If you like this video and it was helpful, then do let me know in the comments. And if you'd like to follow our channel as well, there will be more videos coming up, in particular on our destinations and some of our hidden gems and some of the places that even I am still discovering every now and then. There's a new cafe that just opened, and I will be showing you more about that in the coming weeks and months. So thanks very much, and I'll speak to you soon.